welcome back to the channel. This week I have something really cool to share with you guys. This is one of my all-time favorite recipes, something new that I tried out this year and it turned out so good. So it's zucchini relish. Really good for crackers, really good for toast, things like that, and honestly I just like to snack on it in general anyway. And so this is a great way to use those zucchinis that you guys always see that are just so ginormous that end up getting left too long and you just don't know what to do with them. Come along with me while we make some zucchini relish. Alright, so to start with our zucchinis, we're going to go ahead and take our zucchinis and we're going to grab one, we're going to rinse it off real good because we're actually going to leave the skin on, so you just want to make sure no dirt, no bugs, things like that are left on them. And then I'll set it on the counter aside and we'll just do that to each and every one of these, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Alright, the zucchini's rinsed. It's brought over to a different work surface. You're going to need a grater. So I'm just going to probably use this side right here. It doesn't really matter which side you use. That's totally up to you preference-wise, but I like it a little bit bigger for the relish. And we're going to go ahead and grate this zucchini with the skin on. I'll show you the final results after I get this one grated so you know about how much is left. So this one was so huge that I did decide to slice it into a chunk, that way I could hold on to the chunk like this and just grate. And so you can see how much is left on the outer skin. You can go all the way until the core if you'd like, or you can just get, for the most part, most of that outer skin, and it'll look like that with the peel. So I'm just going to keep going here until I get all of this stuff grated up, and then I'll show you guys the next steps. Alright, so we've grated all the zucchini and I've put it in a big bowl, and now, just so you guys can see this list of ingredients of what I'm going to add next, we're going to go ahead and add our onions, pepper, and canning pickling salt, and then this is going to sit overnight in the fridge. So we're going to add 2 diced sweet peppers to our zucchini bowl. Now we're going to add 4 diced onions, or about medium-sized onions, also to this bowl. And by the way, I am doubling this recipe right now, so if you want to follow off of this and do a little bit less at a time, that also works. Also going to add 4 tablespoons of pickling and canning salt, and then I'm going to mix this up real well, and we're going to let it sit in the fridge for 12 to 20 hours. So it's all mixed up really well, looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and cover it and leave it in the fridge. Like I said, you can leave it for 12 hours, which is usually what I do, just overnight, or you can leave it up to 20 hours if you don't have time to get to it real fast. Alright everyone, so we have our salt brine mixture with the zucchini, pepper, and onion. I just got it out of the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and just take some of this and we're going to put it inside a little strainer in the sink. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to just rinse all the salt off of it, and we're going to squeeze it really good until most of that juice is out, because you don't want your mixture to be too salty, otherwise it'll end up being some really salty relish. So that'll be good. And then I'm just going to take cold water here and we're going to just rinse it real well, and you can literally rinse this for probably 2 to 3 minutes and then just squeeze it real good. And then I have my saucepan here that I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and I'll come back and show you guys the ingredients we'll add to that. Alright, so now that our zucchini mixture has been strained and squeezed a little bit, we're going to go ahead and take this stuff over to the stove, and we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So I got my recipe card. I am doubling it here. So 4 cups of sugar to the pan. We have 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. And then we're also going to be adding 2 cups of water to this. So 2 cups of water. And then we have our spices here. So I did 4 teaspoons of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, and a ½ teaspoon of black pepper. All the spices to the pot. And then we're going to go ahead and turn on the burner here on high, and I'm going to stir this up real well. So we're going to stir this and we're going to let this get to a simmer. And we're going to gently boil this for about 10 minutes. And you want to make sure you continue to stir this. In the meantime, while that is simmering, we can go ahead and get our jars sterilized and ready. Alright, it's been 10 minutes since it's been simmering, and I am ready to pack the jars. It looks so darn good. Our jars are packed to a 1/2 inch headspace. I did have not quite enough to fill my last jar, so I'm going to can it that way. I'm going to go ahead and wipe my rims with a towel with some white vinegar on it, and then I'm going to go ahead and close up these lids, and we're going to water bathe them. 15 minutes in the water bath canner. All of our jars have just finished the water bathing process. So now I'm just going to remove them, let them sit on the counter for 24 hours before putting in a cabinet. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Follow along if you want more.